Hey, how's it going, everyone? We're doing a trailer breakdown of Kong Skull Island. This is the first trailer. Well, they revealed what King Kong is going to look like, and he looks pretty freaking cool. Now, in my opinion, this is the best Kong we've got yet, looks-wise. It looks like they've taken inspiration from the Godzilla vs. King Kong, because he walks on 2 feet, and I don't know if it's just the lighting, but he looks kind of reddish, which he did in Godzilla vs. King Kong. Now, I think this is the biggest King Kong we've got yet. I think that's pretty obvious because in 2020, we're getting the smackdown between Godzilla and King Kong, the rematch of the freaking century. And so they upped his size quite a bit. I still think from the looks of this trailer, he's pretty small compared to Godzilla, but I don't know if they'll make something to make him bigger. And from the sound of it is, from the way John Goodman was talking, is we're gonna prove to the world that monsters exist. So I think this took place before, before Godzilla 2014. And also, kind of based on the military, it kind of feels like a 70s, maybe Vietnam kind of vibe. I don't know, something like that. But then we got John C. Riley was introduced to be in this movie, in this trailer. He's going to be the comedic relief. Tom Hiddleston we get a little bit more of look of, he's going to be the sympathetic character. John Goodman's obviously going to be one of the bad guys, along with Samuel L. Jackson. They're going to be we can sell this. John Goodman's going to be we can prove to the world there's monsters. We can take him back, and he'll be the new Jack Black, essentially. And then Samuel Jackson's going to be we should just kill it, and then take its fur coat back kind of guy. This is going, if you couldn't tell from the first trailer, it's going to be a different Kong story than we've seen from anything before, really. It's not going to be they're filming a movie. They're actually going to be looking at the island, looking at its landscape for science reasons. Science reasons. Because they're doing it for their own personal gain. And then we get more monsters introduced. John C. Reilly's like, Kong is a god, but under this island, there's the devil. And they're called the Skull Crawlers, is what he calls them. And then he's like, you know what? That sounds stupid. Call them what you want. So, Skull Crawlers. And they're just giant lizards, not really that giant in this kind of universe, where Godzilla, King Ghidorah, and King Kong, these are pretty small in comparison, but they're about the size of, I think, my house, probably. Which is, decent size, but they're big for humans. They're obviously going to be the other bad guys, which makes me think we got the humans as the villains and monsters as the villains. Okay, but that makes me think maybe we're going to get some kaiju fighting. Kind of kaiju. They're not really kaiju. They're not big enough to be kaiju. Kong is. Now, these pictures are showing that there are more, or at least were more, of this species, just like they did with Godzilla 2014. They showed the giant skeleton. But these skeletons are also showing kind of how big Kong is, also showing me that he's still pretty on the small side compared to Godzilla. I feel like this movie is going to be showing Legendary Studio, or it's going to be Legendary Studio showing us, it's like, hey, we get it, you want to see monsters fighting, so we're going to give it to you before Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah versus Mothra versus Rodan, which is coming 2018, I believe, and I can't wait for that either. So, this is going to be what I feel like the comic book movies are starting to die out a little more. People are growing tired of it. So we're bringing in the giant monsters again. Pacific Rim tried. They kind of failed because they were into brand, but Pacific Rim 2, though it was delayed, is kind of is still in progress. And this trailer shows me, I think, that the age of giant monsters is returning. And Kong Skull Island is like Godzilla 2014 kind of kicked it off again. It kicked off its own universe, which is what Kong Skull Island is a part of. And this is Kong Skull Island is kind of saying, hey, we've got our own universe planned for this now, and that's really cool to me. I can't wait to see what the movie's gonna be. Comes out in March, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure what day. Maybe March 17th, or probably meant 2017 March. But I'm looking forward to it. That's gonna be one I'm gonna go see at a midnight release, and I hope you do too.